I bought my first countertop cooker after burning a pot roast so badly it ruined the pan. Standing in the appliance aisle the next day, I stared at a wall of shiny black plastic and metal. The boxes promised miracles. I grabbed the most expensive one, assuming it did everything. It did not. I ended up with soggy fries and a lot of regret. Choosing between a pressure cooker and an air fryer feels like a guessing game, but it just comes down to physics. Here is exactly how to pick the right tool for how you actually eat. The core difference in cooking methods. Let me explain how these two actually work, because the marketing hype obscures the actual science. A pressure cooker is a sealed vault. You put food and liquid inside, lock the lid, and heat it up. Because the steam cannot escape, pressure builds. This high pressure physically forces moisture into the food while raising the boiling point of water well past normal limits. You are essentially speed running the braising process. The air fryer does the exact opposite. It is a miniature convection oven on steroids. A heating element sits right above the food, while a massive fan blasts heat downward and around the basket. Instead of trapping moisture, the air fryer forces moisture away from the surface. It rapidly dehydrates the exterior, triggering the Maillard reaction. That is the chemical process that makes browned food taste delicious. Bottom line, one uses trapped liquid and intense steam to break down tough fibers. The other uses dry, aggressive heat to dehydrate and crisp. You cannot swap them. If you try to crisp wings in a pressure cooker, you get boiled meat. Tenderizing a tough roast in an air fryer just gives you a burnt brick. The best foods for each machine. The pressure cooker shines when dealing with ingredients that usually demand patience. Think about dried beans. Normally, you soak them overnight and simmer for hours. Under pressure, they are creamy and perfect in less than an hour, entirely unsoaked. It is the absolute master of tough cuts of meat like pork shoulder, brisket, or beef chuck. The intense steam melts collagen into gelatin, turning cheap cuts into melt-in-your-mouth stew. It is also incredible for batches of rice, bone broths, and rich curries. Now look at the air fryer. It thrives on convenience and crunch. If you want French fries, mozzarella sticks, or chicken wings, the air fryer is undefeated. It is a secret weapon for vegetables, giving broccoli and Brussels sprouts beautifully charred edges in 10 minutes. And if we are being honest, the air fryer is the greatest reheating device ever invented. It restores the crunch today-old takeout pizza instantly. You just have to look at your grocery list. Are you buying root vegetables, tough meats, and grains? Or are you buying frozen snacks and quick cooking veggies? Match the machine to your actual receipts. Texture results and the crispy versus tender divide. You have to ask yourself what mouthfeel you actually crave. The pressure cooker is entirely about creating tender, soft, and moist textures. Because the environment inside the pot is completely saturated with humidity, there's zero chance for anything to dry out or get a crust. Everything that comes out of it will be spoon tender. That is fantastic for a winter chili or a velvety risotto, but it completely fails if you want to crunch. The air fryer is the undisputed king of texture. Rapid circulation of hot air strips away surface moisture instantly. This creates a caramelized, crunchy exterior while keeping the inside relatively juicy. It mimics the texture of deep frying without submerging your food in boiling oil. But there's a catch. The air fryer is terrible at keeping things wet. Cook a thin chicken breast a minute too long, and the aggressive air circulation dries it out completely. The choice is simple. If you want fall-apart tenderness, you need pressure. If you want an audible crunch when you take a bite, you need rapid air. There's no middle ground. You cannot fake a crust with steam. Speed advantage and daily time savings. Both machines claim to save you time, but they do it in completely different scenarios. Let me explain the real-world timing. The pressure cooker is a time machine for long, slow recipes. A traditional pot roast takes 4 hours in the oven. A pressure cooker handles it in 60 minutes. That is a massive advantage. However, you have to factor in the hidden time. A pressure cooker takes up to 20 minutes just to come up to pressure before the cooking timer even starts. When it finishes, you wait another 15 minutes for the pressure to naturally release. A recipe that says 5 minutes of cooking actually takes 30 minutes total. The air fryer operates on instant gratification. There is virtually no preheating required. You turn it on, throw your food in, and the intense heat starts working immediately. You can cook a batch of crispy salmon bites in 12 minutes flat, start to finish. If your goal is dinner on the table in under 15 minutes using quick ingredients, the air fryer wins. If your goal is condensing a Sunday cooking project into a single hour, the pressure cooker is your tool. Moisture, oil, and health considerations. Let's talk about what actually goes into your food. To use a pressure cooker, you must have liquid. The machine physically cannot function without water or broth to generate steam. Most require at least 1 cup of thin liquid to safely pressurize. This means your meals are naturally hydrating, and you rarely need cooking oils to prevent burning. The liquid does all the heavy lifting. You can cook entirely fat-free, making it a staple for clean eating. The air fryer is famous for health claims because it replaces the deep fryer, but it is not magic. To get a golden brown crust, you still need a little bit of fat. A quick spray of avocado oil is usually enough. It is dramatically less oil than deep frying, cutting fat content significantly, but it remains a dry heat method. If you use absolutely zero oil, your food will look pale and taste like cardboard. Bottom line, the pressure cooker forces moisture in, requiring no oil. The air fryer pulls moisture out, requiring a tiny bit of oil for that perfect crunch. Footprint prep and kitchen real estate. We need to talk about the physical reality of keeping these things in your kitchen. A pressure cooker is a heavy, bulky appliance. It takes up serious cabinet space. More importantly, when you use it, you need vertical clearance. When you turn the valve to release pressure, a jet of superheated steam shoots straight up. If you do that directly under wooden cabinets, you will damage the finish over time. You always have to pull it forward to the counter edge. Cleanup is generally easy because the stainless steel pot goes straight into the dishwasher, but the lid requires careful hand washing. Air fryers are also bulky, but they protrude outward. The main prep requirement with an air fryer is active management. You cannot just lock the lid and walk away. To get even cooking, you have to pull the basket out halfway through and shake the food. Cleanup is a mixed bag. The nonstick baskets are easy to wipe down, but baked on grease can accumulate around the upper heating element over time. Pick the one that fits your counter and your patience. The final verdict on countertop space. Here is the final reality check before you swipe your card. Very few people actually need both of these machines sitting on their countertop at the same time. If you try to cram a bulky pressure cooker and a massive air fryer into a standard kitchen, you're going to lose valuable prep space and end up resenting both of them. It all boils down to your dominant eating habits. If your diet relies on meal prepping large batches of rice, tenderizing cheap cuts of beef, or throwing together rich soups on a Tuesday night by the pressure cooker, it will fundamentally change how you handle heavy ingredients. But if you live on quick weeknight meals, roasted vegetables, reheated leftovers, and foods that crunch when you bite into them, the air fryer is the only logical choice. Do not buy for the cook you wish you were. Buy for the cook you actually are today.